Three, two, one. Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Today's video is all about first timers. What is the best cruise line to go on if you're a first time cruiser? And I've got 5 categories for you today to consider, and 2 cruise lines for each category. So a whole bunch of choices for you. And well, we'll see what you think of this. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. And let me know in the comments down below if you like these choices, and if you've got some better choices or some of your own, let me know. By the way, also, thank you for all your support of my channel, the RedBubble Store, where you can get Traveling with Bruce T-shirts and coffee mugs. Thank you for that. Thank you for shopping on my Amazon affiliate link. It makes a huge difference to my channel. Thank you on any purchases you make there. And also a Sale Pack, picking up some cruise accessories from Sale Pack. The links are all down below. You get a special discount if you use the TWB code at checkout with Sale Pack. And don't forget, we're going on our first ever group cruise, and if you're a first time cruiser, you might want to consider coming along with us on our group cruise. You're not going to be by yourself. You're going to be with a whole bunch of TWB family members. We're going to have a great time. We're going on the Harmony of the Seas right out of Port Canaveral, December 2020. We're going to go to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, St. Thomas, St. Kitts, and 3 sea days in the Caribbean. It's going to be fantastic. All the details right down below in the description. Amber Travel is the official travel agency of this channel, and they handle everything. So check it out. Love to have you. All right. If you're a first-time cruiser, you know, there's a couple of you going, my husband and wife, a couple of pals. You know, you've got choices and you've got decisions to make. Same thing if you're thinking about going on a cruise as a family for the first time. There's a lot to wonder about. I've got 5 categories that I'm going to help you break down. The first category is value. For a lot of people, it's all about the cost. Forget about the actual vacay. It's about how much is this going to cost us. And you know, if you can head down to Florida from the northern U.S. or Canada, and you've got friends down there, great to crash at a friend's house. But if you're going to go on a cruise and you're a value cruiser, there are 2 cruise lines that I would recommend you take a look at. The first one is Carnival. The Carnival Cruise Line Company, 20 plus ships in their fleet, ships anywhere from like 1996 to present day. Ships that can hold anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 people. As a matter of fact, next year the Mardi Gras is coming out, brand new, giant, biggest ship ever for Carnival, 5,200 passengers. A bunch of them run out of Florida, of course, because Carnival is known for Caribbean cruising. But there is a Carnival ship or two out of Long Beach, California. In the summertime, you can take Alaska cruises. Quite a number of options. So Carnival is definitely the #1 cruise line for value cruisers. You can get a inside room, for example, for say 2 people, for example, for as little as 45, 50 bucks a night per person. Balcony rooms on Carnival ships will run you anywhere from, I bet you 55 bucks up to $100 a night easily. You can get a lot of good value there, including your meals, entertainment, all the onboard activities, all the other events going on in the ship all the time. Good value. The second cruise, as far as value cruising goes, Norwegian. Norwegian has been the last number of years a good #2 choice. It's just a question of what kind of brand you want to go with, what kind of style you like. Norwegian has ships that are also from the 90s right up to now. The new Bliss and Joy and the Encore, these ships, brand spanking new, only 3 years old, 4 years old, absolutely lighting it up. And if you have a good travel agent, I would recommend my travel agent, Amber Travel. You talk to Amber Travel about getting a good deal on a Norwegian cruise, and they can help you out with that. Again, I would tell you that inside rooms, depending on the time of year, anywhere from 40 to 60 bucks a night, easily found. Some higher than that. Balcony, 60 to 100, $110 a night. Lots of choices available on Norwegian cruises. They sail the Caribbean. They definitely sail Alaska. They sail Mexico, certainly in the fall and winter. You can even take Norwegian cruises in Europe. You can take your Norwegian cruise even up in New England way in the fall. So a lot of choices. Again, use a travel agent to help you there. So value, there you are. Carnival and Norwegian would be the two top cruise lines I would consider and I would recommend. All right. Let's go to the second category, and that would be for families with teenagers, or what we call not quite teenagers, tweenies. If you've got kids, say family of 3 or 4 or 5 of you, there are a couple cruise lines I would recommend that you take with the kids. So these kids, Royal Caribbean would be the #1 choice. Why? Royal Caribbean's ships are, especially the bigger ones, are synonymous with activity on board the cruise ship. Lots of stuff to do on board, from rock climbing walls to water slides, 10-story regular slides on the Oasis now, and the Harmony of the Seas, Symphony of the Seas. Interactive games, they're now putting in virtual reality games, laser tag, obstacle course in the evening. During the daytime, they have bumper cars. Some of the ships have ice skating rinks, roller skating rinks. It just goes on and on and on. For mom and dad, good news, lots to do for mom and dad on board Royal Caribbean ships. Food is good. Entertainment is great. Big shows at the Aqua Theater at the back of the ship on these Oasis class ships, and of course in the theaters, you'll have Hairspray and Jersey Boys and other Broadway shows, depending on which ship you're going on. Lots to see. I might be wrong on some of those Broadway shows, by the way, but check it out. Check with Amber and Travel on all the entertainment on board Royal Caribbean. Food is good too, by the way. Second cruise line to consider for a family with teenagers, Norwegian. Again, Norwegian. The newer ships for Norwegian, absolutely. Lots to do there. Water slides as well. They now have go-karts on the back of the Bliss, the Joy, and the Encore. So you've got go-kart tracks at the back of the ship. That's a lot of fun. All kinds of activities to do on board Norwegian. And the two cruise lines sail virtually the identical areas of the world: Caribbean, Alaska, the West Coast. They'll also do cruises in New England, and they do cruises in Europe. So lots of choices. Okay, there's your second one. Third category would be small children. If you've got a family with smaller kids, let's say from let's say 2 or 3 years old up to about 10, in that range, then the #1 choice would be Disney. If you can afford it, it's Disney. 5.5 stars, impeccable service, fantastic reputation. They deliver every time. The Disney experience is truly magical. It'll cost you some money, but boy, you won't forget it. And for adults, you'll have a blast. You'll love the fact that the kids during the daytime could be gone. Could be on the ship with all kinds of activity coordinators and everything else. But in the evening, when it's time for mom and dad to go out a little bit, I'll tell you, the kids, you got them already, you got them fed already. You can always bring in room service if you want, but they're going to hang out in the room and watch the TV with all the movies. And mom and dad can go for a nice dinner. During the daytime, mom and dad on a Disney cruise can go into adult-only areas, no children allowed at all. So you can get away from, that image of, I don't want to be surrounded by nothing but kids everywhere. Disney has thought of that, and they've got it figured out. So Disney #1 selection for small children. #2 would be Carnival Cruise Line. Carnival Cruise Line with Dr. Seuss has teamed up for a lot of activities on board their cruise ships. They have the wonderful splash zones. They have the top deck. There's all kinds of activities for mom, dad, and the kids to enjoy the ship at the same time. I've got air hockey up there. They've got a rope climbing obstacle course, all kinds of neat stuff on Carnival. Again, talking to a travel agent like Amber would be a good idea to differentiate between the two. One is definitely going to be a lot cheaper than the other. And for a family with children between 2 and 8 or 10, the kids aren't going to care. They're going to have a great time. They're going to love it either way you go. Trust me on that. #4 category, seniors. And nowadays, we're talking people that are 55 and older. I remember when I was young, I'm 64, by the way. I remember when I was like 40 that a senior was 70 and older. Then they moved it to 65. Then they moved it to 60. Now it's 55. But it all depends on what it is you're flying on. There used to be, remember the old days, airlines used to have senior rates for senior citizens? They don't do that anymore. Airlines, have you noticed that? They don't have senior rates. Cruise lines do have senior rates. Cruise lines really love catering to senior citizens, big time. Senior citizens are, well, usually their checks don't bounce. They got money. And seniors are easy to look after, believe it or not. Seniors go on cruises every year, sometimes twice or three times a year. They're addicted to cruise ships. There's a reason for it. Everything is looked after for you. It is so easygoing, and the staff is there to pamper every need you have. The two cruise lines that come up for seniors, the number one cruise line, if you've got the money, Viking Ocean Cruise Lines. Viking Ocean, 930 passengers per ship that's it. No children, no one under 18 allowed on the ship. 465 staff, so you have a staff member for every 2 passengers. I'll tell you right now, mom and dad going on, grandma and grandpa going on a Viking Ocean cruise. Oh man, they're going to hate getting off. They love it. Everything's included. It's an all-inclusive kind of a deal here. So you're talking about access to the spa at no extra charge. All you want, free Wi-Fi. We're talking all balcony accommodation, which is really nice. Beer and wine available for lunch and dinner at no extra charge. An excursion at every stop is included. On board seminars of what we're doing tomorrow. Like tomorrow we're going to be at this port. Here's what we're going to do tomorrow at this port, or what you can see, what you can do. Really interesting for seniors. Viking has got it going on. They keep winning awards every year. Best cruise line of the year. Best cruise line of the year for this segment. No question about it. The second cruise line for seniors to consider would be Holland America. Holland America is owned by Carnival, but it's run on its own. It's based out of Seattle. Beautiful ships, fantastic history this cruise line has, and they are just they're experts when it comes to looking after 50-year-olds and over on cruise ships. They do have families on Holland America, but not that many. Not like a Carnival cruise line and like that. But Holland America is really good dining, excellent entertainment, wonderful atmosphere, top-notch service, beautiful cabins, the bedding, the staff on board. They know what they're doing, and it's a very good choice. It's cheaper than Viking, but if you add all the add-ons in, if you add a spa package and then you add on alcohol and you add on all the other things that Viking includes, automatically you start, the gap begins to narrow. So it's all up to your budget, but Holland America would be a good second choice. All right, the fifth category, the last category I'll talk about today, as far as first-time cruisers, river cruising. If you have always thought about going on a river cruise, what cruise line should you think about when you go on a river cruise? The number one suggestion would be Viking River Cruising. The same guys that have the Viking Ocean ships. Viking River Cruises, that is a 5-6 star deal. Absolutely exceptional food, top-notch service, white linens on your table, nothing but the best. Shore excursions every day, people coming on board the river ships every night for entertainment, and during the day coming on board talking to you about where you are and what you're looking at and what you could be doing. Short excursions all over the place, just not nonstop. People who go on Viking River cruises are pretty tough to get off that brand. Once they're on that brand, it's tough to get them off of that brand. They go back again and again and again. The second river cruise line that also gets very high mention, Avalon Cruises. Avalon River Cruising, beautiful ships, beautiful cabins, top-notch service, excellent food, great itineraries. They'll have itineraries that will be for, they'll break them up into like an active outing, a medium activity and not so active. So if you you walk with a cane and you got sore knees and lower back, you're going to take option number 3, and you'll get off the river cruise, and you might get on a bus and be taken to the town square, and then you'll walk around there for a little while and go to a cafe for a while, and you'll have a tailor-made outings for your abilities. You're a cyclist, you want to go for a bike ride, you take option number 1. You can grab one of their bicycles, and you can cycle with a tour, a guide for a 4 or 5 hour bike tour. It's very adjustable. And so these 2 cruise lines, Viking and Avalon, are really popular with first-time river cruisers and then lifers after that. Well, there you go. There are 5 categories for you to consider if you're thinking about going on a cruise for the very first time. Value, cruising, Carnival, and Norwegian. With teenagers and tweenies, Royal Caribbean and Norwegian. If you're thinking of a cruise line for small children, Disney and Carnival. For seniors, Viking, Ocean Cruises, and Holland America. 2 good bets there. And for river cruising, Viking River and Avalon. You always, however, you want to use the services of a travel agent to help guide you with these decisions and to help you with your itinerary and your pricing. Talk to Ambrin Travel, our official travel agent. And if you're thinking of coming on our group cruise and you're a first-time cruiser, good move. We're going to have a good time. I would love to have any and all first-timers come and join us. Whether you're coming as a couple in your 30s or 40s or your 50s or your 70s, it doesn't matter. We're going to have a pretty good time on our group cruise in December 2020. Details are down below. Anyway, thank you for joining me today for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And we'll see you next time on Traveling Bruce. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, stay warm out there. Winter's coming. And we'll talk to you next time, everybody. Bye for now.